isn't the same as, well, let's see, we got electronic equipment in 2018. So prior to that, a lot of it was run at the local township level with election inspectors and, you know, the people from the community running the elections, counting it by hand, etc. I mean, there probably was some electronic systems prior to 2018, but I'm going to go into what's currently in effect. And I'm probably missing a couple. I know I've got two more since I did this slideshow, but I just want to share with you a little bit. So you have something that you can talk to about others when they talk about election security and use just generic statements like that. It's ridiculous. And I don't pretend to understand all of it because we can't see it. We can't see what's in these electronic systems as a clerk, or especially not as citizens. So they sit and they talk about testing of this equipment. Just to give you guys a background, when the equipment comes out, they get tested at a lab, VSTL lab. This is what the certificate looks like for our Hart Intercivic system, approved in 2018. They don't look at everything though. There's only certain parts of the election system that they actually look at and that they actually test and they actually certify. So that would be like the first question to a local clerk that I would ask is, what's actually being tested? That goes through the EAC. EAC is the Election Assistant Commission, I think is what it stands for. They're the federal entity that's looking at these election equipment, or mostly the tabulators. Here, you're not going to be able to read it. So this is pulled from, so we have Hart Intercivic here in Hillsdale. I don't even remember what the percentage is. There's a lot of Dominion machines. Michigan has Dominion, Hart Intercivic, and ESMS. We use Hart Intercivic. This is from the Hart Intercivic contract, and these are all the different components that are listed as part of our election system. And I've got, you'll see a theme in my slideshow. The yellow box stuff is what's being used at the county. The purple is what's at the local township. And this is all of the operating systems, the software. A term I want you guys to be familiar with is COTS. It's commercial over-the-shelf equipment. So this is stuff that is outside the EAC testing. So this is, and you'll get into, I'll tell you more about some of them, but for example, it's a printer. So if anyone has to use the voter assist terminal, basically the handicap terminal where you're touching the screen and it prints out a ballot, that printer is COTS equipment, commercial over the shelf. And then there's programming that's put on it afterwards, but that's never gone through testing in the state or in the county, whatever. Somebody else is touching that equipment. But you can see COTS through here. Here's Microsoft operating. Here's some more COTS. So scanners, ballot printers, etc. That's one of the main ones that falls under COTS equipment. Again, not tested, not looked at.